Have you ever wondered what would happen if Jesus sat beside you today and spoke directly to your heart? Not through a church sermon, not through a book, but right now, in this very moment. What would he tell you about your life, your worries, your search for happiness? Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. Jesus looks at you with infinite love and says, "My child, the happiness you are searching for has never been outside of you." Many people spend their entire lives chasing happiness. They chase money, success, approval from others, more possessions, more achievements. Yet the more they chase, the more empty they feel. But Jesus would gently tell you, true joy does not come from what you gain, but from who you become. The world teaches you to compete, but Jesus teaches you to love. The world tells you that your value comes from what you own, but Jesus reminds you that your soul is already priceless. If Jesus was speaking to you today, one of the first things he might say is this: stop carrying burdens that were never meant for you. So many people walk through life filled with anxiety, fear of the future, regret about the past, doubts about themselves. But Jesus once said, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Imagine living a life where you release the weight of constant worry, where you trust that you are guided, where you know that even your struggles have meaning. That kind of peace is the beginning of true happiness. But Jesus would not only speak about peace, he would speak about love. Because love is the foundation of a joyful life. Not just romantic love, but love in the way you treat others. Love in forgiveness. Love in kindness to strangers. Jesus would say, if you want to experience heaven on earth, start by bringing heaven into the lives of others. Think about that for a moment. The happiest people in the world are rarely those who only think about themselves. They are the ones who help others, who encourage others, who bring light into dark places. Jesus would remind you that every act of kindness, no matter how small, creates ripples you cannot see. A smile, a helping hand, a moment of compassion. These simple acts have the power to change lives. And often, they change your own life the most. But perhaps the most important message Jesus would share is this: do not be afraid to become who God created you to be. Many people hide their true selves. They fear judgment. They fear failure. They fear being misunderstood. But Jesus never called people to live in fear. He called them to live with faith and courage. Faith that your life has a purpose. Faith that your gifts were given for a reason. Faith that even when the path is unclear, you are not walking alone. Happiness grows when you stop pretending to be someone else and start living the life that was truly meant for you. Jesus would also remind you of something powerful that many people forget. Gratitude opens the door to joy. When you focus only on what you lack, life feels heavy. But when you begin to appreciate the small blessings around you, your perspective changes. The sunlight through a window, a conversation with someone you love, the quiet moments of peace in your day. These are gifts, and the more you recognize them, the more joy fills your life. Finally, if Jesus was speaking to you today, he might look at you with compassion and say something simple but life-changing. You are deeply loved, not because of what you have achieved, not because you are perfect, but simply because you exist. So many people walk through life believing they are not enough. But Jesus' message has always been clear. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of peace. And your life has meaning beyond what you can see. The path to happiness is not about becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you truly are. A soul created for love, for purpose, for light. So today, take a moment to breathe. Let go of fear. Choose kindness. Live with gratitude. And walk forward with faith. Because the joyful life you are searching for may begin with something as simple as this: living each day with love.